Always hire people smarter than you? What? That made no sense to me when I first heard it. And then when I really started thinking about all of the brilliant people that I had hired in my career, I realized that this, among other sayings, are my favorites from one of my mentors and sponsors when I was in the distribution business. I want to talk today about how important mentors and sponsors are. First of all, a lot of people think, oh, they've got to go it on their own. They've just got to gut it out. And they are either not interested in having a mentor, or they don't feel worthy of it, or it's a hassle, or they feel like someone's going to be telling them something and they just want to listen to themselves. I'm sure the stories are endless. I just want to put in a high bid for having a mentor. One of my all-time mentors, Dan Ewer, gave me 4 pieces of excellent advice that I followed throughout my career. The first one was always assume positive intent. This was such a wonderful mantra that I wrote it and I put it inside my work Levenger date book. And I looked at that every day because it's so easy to go down the rabbit hole, isn't it? Of thinking negatively. We do it to ourselves. So surely it leaks out to people that we like or we work with or a customer. It's leaking out there. So without a counterintuitive strategy of disciplining my mind and thinking about it. And let's say I have a little cloud of why did they do that? That's so stupid, or that's the wrong decision, or whatever I'm thinking. And also that they're doing it because they're trying to put an obstacle in front of my path. Flipping that and going to the mantra, always assume positive intent, was such a gift because every time when I would go off road and start to think negatively, I'd use that mantra to bring me back and see that person for their unique contribution, for their unique perspective, for a perspective that many times was different than mine, and look at it differently. So that was one thing. Another piece of wonderful advice that he gave me, and he didn't give it to me directly. I was listening. I encourage you, as someone who's moving up the ladder, or even if you don't want to move up the ladder, but you want to improve your performance, listen and listen deeply. I was hearing him talk, and one of the things he said is that the secret to his success, and he had been an executive at Tylenol and Johnson and Johnson before he came over to the distribution side. He said, I always hired people that were smarter than me. Now that gave me 2 pieces of really valuable information. One, that he was aware that he was intending to hire smart people and he wasn't in competition with them, right? He didn't fear that someone was going to be smarter than him. And then the other piece was perception. Even if they weren't smarter than him, he perceived them and appreciated them and even called them out so that they lived to a higher version of themselves. They were a 2.0 or maybe even a 4.0 instead of 1.0 because he envisioned them as smarter, as more, right? And so that perspective really of humility, lack of competition, more of encouragement and elevation really was such another gift that he gave me. And then the third one was give it away. What does that mean? Give it away. It means that when praise was coming his way from wherever, people, lapping up to the boss or a goal being met, we would all be in a general sales meeting, and let's say a supplier would be there and going on and on about Dan. Dan would always give it away. He would point out who had achieved, who had gone above and beyond, who were the departments and all of the levels of support that would show up for us to hit one of those giant BHAG goals, big, hairy, audacious goals. And audacity was a key part of his gift to all of us, but I certainly felt it. So give it away. What does that mean? Instead of being needy for recognition and acknowledgement, especially as you go up in your leadership, it is a matter of giving it to those that are still on their way up. Give them the recognition and give them the appreciation and the kudos, because that will help build their career. And what that employee sees when the boss is giving you the credit is, wow, this is the guy or a gal I'd go to the mat for, because they're not egotistical and needy, narcissistic, you name the characteristic. They see the humility, they see the elevation and the encouragement, and it changes their response as well and their engagement. And then the fourth thing, which I was almost going to do, always be improving, but really, I'll tell you what it is. It's have fun. If you're not having fun on the way to the goal, don't bother. He used laughter and jokes and let's all dress up to help sell a product to each other and get the team jazzed. He used music. There were just so many ways that he brought fun to work. And you may recall in one of my previous videos talking about the 3 top motivators are play, purpose, and potential. Every one of those that Dan Ewer brought to our team and to our executive team. We were a better team because of his leadership. So what to say in conclusion? A mentor is a treasure. And for my career, my leadership, what I loved about working with teams got elevated, got deepened. I had more fun and more success because of working with this incredible mentor. I encourage you to not just find a mentor to check the box. Find someone who you are absolutely almost borderline scared of, because you know how high they're playing the game. Go after it, elevate your game, and learn the skills that are going to add to your leadership, your brand of leadership. I'm excited for you already if you can have the kind of mentor that I did. Have a great day.